Bashers. That's low again, isn't it? But that's it. Bashers. I keep playing with the volumes because I'm in the studio recording vocals, and I have to keep it much lower because I'm very loud in general. Anyway, hey Bashers, it is Wednesday, December 10th, and it is 6:06 p.m. here in New York City. And where are you, my lovelies? I'm wearing my my Waltham Field and Marine, the very first submersible watch by Dupollier, courtesy of the incomparable Angelo Minichello when I met him for dinner so many moons ago, like almost 2 years ago. I love this watch. It's got a big crown. Anybody out there love a big crown like I do? And I don't have it in all the way. And let me get that right. There it goes. It's a very interesting operation for a wristwatch. Very different from anything else I have, but it's very manly, right? It makes me look very manly. It's a manly watch. It's a manly watch. God damn it. Thanks, everybody, for reaching out about Ivy and Carolyn. You know, I know yesterday was a bit of a somber show. I understand 100%. But, you know, our special Mama Basher, you know, has having a rough go of it. And I spoke to her today, and she wants to thank each and every one of you for your kindness, well wishes, and I'll forward a bunch of emails that I got from you guys. Thank you. I mean, we all know how tough it is. It's the worst part about having a pet. I mean, it's so unfair that they don't last as long as we do. But then again, there's the other thing. What happens if, you know, you go first and you have a bunch of pets? Then what happens then? It's a cluster blank, as they say. Anyway, let's see who got in there first. Panel Power coming back for you. I think it's tied again because Dave got it first the other day. Yeah, so we're back at nobody's in the catbird seat, as they say. I never understood the catbird seat. What does that mean, the catbird seat? I don't know, but look who's right behind it. So what does this mean? It's amazing. You guys are just ridiculous. Hi, Dave, Fahrenheit 451. Miraculous and wonderful. You're both spectacular bashers. Thank you. Thanks for that. Matthew Paul says, hey, good day, Bashers. Good day, Bashers. Oh, man, you guys are great. Panel Power says, Italian cuisine has been proclaimed to be an intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO. Bellissimo. D'accordo. I agree. It's my favorite cuisine. Listen, you know, I mean, I guess... Listen, there's a whole bevy, a plethora of Italian cuisine that I don't eat because I don't eat animals. But I do eat dairy because I'm not a vegan. Vegans are kind of dicks. But I mean, God, think about it. Pizza, pasta, but all the other things, the incredible salads, the fresh vegetables, fresh. It's fresh. Now, there's bad Italian, and it's mostly here where I live, but we do have wonderful Italian food that can be had. But when you go over there, you just can't believe how different things taste. Like, for example, pasta. Pasta has 2 ingredients, flour and water. That's all that's in it. That's it. That's what it says on the box. And it's a different box than the box we get. Like, I particularly, you know, there's lots of brands of pasta that are better, I'm sure. But my favorite is, and has always been, Di Cecco. And I know that Barilla is kind of a lesser brand. It's very popular worldwide, and including in Italy. It's still the number one. Lavazza is the number one coffee in Italy. So not that it's bad. There's way better. Barilla is considered a lesser brand to most Italians, but it's the cheapest and most popular. It's like 39 cents a box. But if you take a Di Cecco, and I've said this, I don't know, ad nauseum on the show, you take a Di Cecco pasta box. They don't have boxes there. Everything's in a bag. And it says made from recycled materials because they're very conscious of that stuff. The box here says flour, water, and then like 4 other things like ferrous this or other and something DHA. It's got stuff for the American market. I don't know why traveling. I don't know. But over there it just says flour and water. So that's one way of looking at it. But you eat the same things over there that you eat here, and they just taste completely different. The tomatoes are more sweet and delicious, and the fruit is just divine. And it's coming from me who doesn't eat a lot of fruit. But when I'm over there, I do eat fruit. But everything's lighter and more delicious, and they don't eat a whole hell of a lot of it. The portions are a lot smaller. But you know that, Bashers. But I agree. Pound of Power, I completely agree. What are your favorite cuisines? I mean, I like a lot of. I love Japanese food. I don't eat raw fish. I don't eat fish at all. However, I do like the vegetarian versions of sushi, like which isn't sushi, right? Because sushi is fish. But like rolls with avocado and or seaweed, et cetera, et cetera. So I love it, and I love wasabi, and I love soy sauce. I love a lot of stuff. It's very clean food. I love Indian food. Don't eat it very often because I feel like for my personal, Western digestion is the question. It doesn't really agree with me because it's got so much hoo-ha in it, and it's got cream. And I was talking to a friend on the street who works next door, and he's got dairy issues and he can't eat a lot of Indian food. There is vegan Indian that he can have, but there's a lot of clarified butter, and there's a lot of stuff in there. But I like it. What's your favorite cuisine? Defend your choices. Mart says he upvoted. Thank you so much, Martin Bronson. Hey, upvote if you can. Just get the Waltham in there. Thanks so much. Panel Power. Trump has just admitted that his American pirates have taken an oil tanker. Well, no, they haven't taken an oil tanker. Why would he do that? Off the coast of Venezuela. The globalists think they are gods now. This won't end well. Well, it's not. Listen. You cannot talk to people who have been brainwashed. And I love when the right calls us sheep. We're not the ones buying all the garbage. We're not. We're the ones that say, that's not true. But everything's true on that side. Bite me. And the incomparable Melly C. Eminem Madness. Happy Hump Day, Dirk, and all the Bashers. It's when you were Wednesdays. Oh, and I got to pull that up because I have that really great post that I didn't show yesterday because Mr. Boyd had some pictures from a long, long time ago, and that's what we're going to start out the gallery with tonight. Sorry, I'm an hour late. I just had too many things on my plate, and had to attend to that. Andrew Wolkowicz, the Canadian one. Canadian $5. Congratulations to Panel Power. Working and will watch when I can. Enjoy the show and upvote and subscribe, everyone. Be the smile in someone's life. Be a smile. Don't be a douche. So Julian says, love and blessings, Carolyn. Thank you so much, Julian, for that. She needs it. It's just, she's a strong and powerful woman, but, we all have our weaknesses. Congratulations to Panel Power. Upvoted. We'll catch the replay. Have a great show. Thanks, Atesh. Thank you so much. And Renaissance says, life is a gamble, a terrible odds. If it was a bet, you wouldn't take it. Probably true. Look, very true. Very, very true. Very, very true. Renaissance says, friendship marks a life even more deeply than love. Love risks degenerating into obsession. Denigrating. Friendship is never anything but sharing. It's true. Listen, friendship is a give and take. It's give and take. And some people take and some people give more. Some people take more. Some people give more. But you stay and you are friends with the people that you have a certain symbiosis with. And a great lasting marriage, a friendship, all of those relationships are give and take. They do something you don't like. You take it and rationalize it because the good always outweighs the bad. That's why great marriages last forever. And it's very true. Very, very true. Mr. LaFaro, Handsome Joe. Hey, happy Wednesday, Bashers. Hey, Joe. Did you send a picture of you in your, what are your cute, like your confirmation photographs? Or something cute like that? Because everybody would love it, Julian says, and I will die You will die. We will all die, and even the stars will fade out, one after another in time. This is true. I was watching some really cool Neil deGrasse Tyson stuff, and he's got that comedian Chuck Nice, who adds a kind of bit of fun spice, but he's a very smart character himself. Um, and they were talking about when somebody asked a question about what would happen if the Milky Way, that is our spiral galaxy that we reside in, stopped spinning. And I was thinking to myself, not being an astrophysicist, I said, well, we'd probably get, you know, like everything, like gravity would stop and all that stuff. But the truth of the matter is, we'd get sucked into the black hole that's in the middle of our solar our galaxy, because we've pretty much determined that galaxies now all revolve around a giant black hole. So without the spinning, we can't have, you know, gravity, and we'll no longer be in orbit of the black hole. We will be in the black hole, which I thought was fascinating. And I want to know more. Solicited some questions that I need to know more about. Franco Fiore, 8517. Hey, Franco. Grazie mille, signore. Please upvote. Please upvote if you can. Let's do it the other way. Do it that way. Thank you so much. What's going on in your world today, Bashers? I did indeed, and I responded. So we'll get to the bottom of that, my friend. Mr. Broca, ooh, just back from my beers. Oh, and you had your Gurkha curry. I haven't gone up to, I'll go. Well, she's not going to be there. I didn't go into the grocery today. It's too many. I was just, ugh. Today was a day of phones and emails. It wasn't a day of physical anything. I wasn't running errands or doing anything like that. But earbuds in and relaxing in bed. Well, you relax in bed, and I'm glad. How'd that Gurkha curry treat you? And I told you that we have all these curries, and I actually opened up one today, and it was just some chicken thing that I gave to Paul because, of course, I'm not going to eat that. And it looked kind of like a grilled barbecue chicken type dealio. And Paul said it was really good. So thanks, Dana. thanks for food for a month. Oh gosh. Congratulations to Pound of Power. Just pipped Dave Dinner. Just the slightest pip, if anything. The slightest. And here he is. He's the only good things guy. Good evening, Kinzer. Wishing you and yours only good things. And now I can just put that up there. Isn't this great? And get back to the chats, because I know that eventually it will just fade, because there's a new thing on here. Because I'm the worst at pulling the banners up and off. I'm just terrible at it. I know, I suck. Evening Bashers from Dave Fitzsimons. David Simons. Hey Dave, what's going on with you? Anything interesting? Tell us more. DiCecco was my grandfather's favorite. Yeah, you know who really turned me on to DiCecco more than anyone was Emmett, because he lived in Italy. He speaks fluent Italian. So they are, in essence, kind of honorary Italians. His brother now lives there full time, of course, but they spent so much time in their formative years. So they were kids. I think Emmett was 18, or he was very, very young when they went there, and they lived there for 5 years in Vicenza, which is in the Veneto, which is, up by Venice. It's kind of like the Queens of Venice, but Palladian. I mean, architecturally, it's a beautiful place. So he learns the language and the culture and the food. And we were in a market, I don't know, 100 years ago. I don't know, 20 years ago, something like that. And I went to reach for a different brand like Del Verde. And he was like, oh, get the DiCecco. It's great. And there, DiCecco orzo is the greatest orzo you can buy in a box or a bag, because it's slightly different. It's not just like rice. It's slightly triangular, and it's got a really nice tooth to it. It's a very nice one. So I just pretty much buy DiCecco all the time. I don't buy Barilla. I will buy several other brands, especially in America, if they're on sale, because pasta from Italy is very expensive. Now, growing up in America, we had lots of American brands with Italian names like Buitone. And what was the other big one? Ronzoni. Ronzoni. and they were American brands. They were made in Brooklyn or Philly or wherever, and that was like what we bought because we didn't have DiCecco or Garofalo or any of this. I do like Garofalo. I like Del Verde. I like a lot of different brands. But if you go to a place like Italy in New York City, you will find ridiculous amounts of very expensive pasta. And I'm talking about 15, 16 US dollars for a box of spaghetti. I mean, come on. Come on. But you go over there, and I showed you guys the prices. I showed you my price comparison. I mean, the stuff that's very expensive here, I'm saying the name wrong, so forgive me. It's like Alfetti or something like that. And it's 15 bucks in Italy. And there it was like expensive at €2 or 2.49. It was expensive, you know. Nice stacks. Hey, Nathan Wilson, 4646. Thanks so much. Well, unfortunately, they're not real. It's my green screen. But I do have lots of guitars, and I don't have a Marshall amp because I'm a singer that uses guitar to play, to write with. I am not a guitar player per se. You know, I could probably get up with a bar band if you told me what key it was in, and I probably wouldn't embarrass myself, or I might. But never been. I've always just been a frontman, but I play piano live with my band. But yeah, I don't have any Marshall amps. I've never had a reason to have one. If I ever needed to record something in the studio, I would just use that. And I do have a couple of great amps, though. I've got like a little old Vox, and I've got a Fender Princeton, and I have this other very strange one of those Beetle amps, the ones that are solid state. That if you watched Get Back, they got this shipment of Fender amps, and they were all solid state, so no tubes in them, which is considered a lesser thing, but they work. I mean, we're also picky and stupid about junk. It's crazy town, crazy. But yeah, yeah. And those are JCM or 800s or something close to it. If I was to buy a Marshall amp, I would buy an old Plexi, a 70s JMP. Those are the greatest Marshalls. I know a lot about amps though, because I'm a gear nerd. I love great gear. I'm nerdy, but that'll just make everybody run for the hills. Run for the hills. My favorite cuisine is Greek food. That's definitely on my list, especially after having the opportunity to go and tour over in Greece, and then having a couple of days off and going to Hydra, the island of Hydra, and marveling. The best sandwich I've ever had in my entire life was on the little horseshoe type bay that is Hydra at this restaurant. We had glorious white wine, and I had a sandwich on this kind of peasanty bread that had olives and like a browned onions, and it was marvelous. And it had halloumi in it, and olives, and some delicious kind of lettuce that I'd never seen before. It was so fresh. Hey, listen, I'm a broken record. I find European cuisine to be extremely fresh. The only place that over prepares food generally is France, you know, because they're doing their technique, and this is all masterful work of the great artisans of cuisine, blah, blah, blah. Japanese food is beautiful pieces of art, very clean and fresh. Agreed, 100%. Yeah, I haven't had Japanese food in a while, but I've talked about that one that I get down the street, right? It's amazing. It's an avocado roll. It comes with salmon, but I eschew the salmon. I ask them to replace it. Caramelized onions, smoked jalapenos, and it's inside out roll, and it's got this like Japanese, they call it, which is some kind of spicy mayonnaise, and it's amazing. And I've tried the Japanese mayonnaise. There's too much salt in it. And I like salt just like the next guy, but it's very salty. That what is that one that everybody buys? It's the squeezy bottle. It's so salty. I like my Hellmann's. The best English food for me is Indian. Well, of course, the colonies. You guys, tea. So much English stuff comes from there. It's amazing. Well, listen, all the great stuff. Spaghetti comes from China, as we all know. You know, the tomato, I believe, also is something that is not indigenous to the boot that is Italy. You know, I spent many Thanksgivings in Vicenza. Is that right, Jojo? Really, what a cool town. I mean, that square is just. We stayed in an Airbnb right adjacent to the tower. Basically, when you opened up the bathroom window, we're staring at the Campanile right there. Campanile, sorry. And such a beautiful town. I mean, listen, it's that the Veneto is a marvelous place, and they have their own very interesting cuisines. Right downstairs, there's a place called Angolo. You probably went to that restaurant, I bet, Jojo. It's right on the corner, obviously, Angolo, and it's got a. I'm not a grappa person, nor will I ever be. No, thank you, no, because that's just a one-way ticket to I don't know, murder. But they have a grappa bar, and we ate there quite a bit. And then at nighttime, Angolo services like a whole area of the piazza, and we had a ton of people there. It was like a kind of big old time meetup for the Mr. North friends and fans. Because those guys kind of like it was like when we went there, it was kind of like a little homecoming for us, and we had the most wonderful night. And of course, yeah, it's great. They have great roots in that town. Great town. Great town. Hey, in the blinky, 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 blinky room, in the blinky, 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 blinky. Hey, Blinky. Hey, Bashers. Hey, what do you got to show us today? Anything great? I just got an email from. Oh, okay. It's good news. It's from Rufus, and he goes, Odin and I are in a constant battle over my computer seat. Okay, well, we'll see more of the pictures at 11, my friends. Pictures at 11. Everything is over. Italy is ridiculous, but you go to the Italy. There are Italys all over Italy, and it's been there for a long time. It's just the Bastianich moron ship that turns it into like class. This is the classy part. They probably say bruschetta. It's just listen. I've eaten dinner there upstairs on the roof at the 23rd Street location, and it was all right. It was all right, but you can get stuff there that you can. Like I buy Muti products. I've told you that a million times when I make salt. Whenever I cook with tomatoes and things like that, I buy Muti. And they want like $1 quadrillion for like a can of tomatoes. And I can get it if I go up to Astoria, I can get that at reason $2.49. Up there, they want $7.99. It's very overpriced because they turned like it's like polenta. Now, does anybody know what polenta is? It's cornmeal. And what is it? Paul's family calls it pigeon or chicken food because it was the thing you threw to the animals. And people didn't eat it unless they were completely broke. I mean, seriously impoverished and starving people would eat polenta. Now polenta is celebrated on menus and infused with truffle oil and all kinds of it's just they've turned it into something that it isn't, and made because it costs next to nothing. But now you go into a restaurant and you'll pay $38 for a polenta con pomidoro. It's ridiculous, crazy. Hey, Robin's Bird. Hi, thinking of you, Carolyn. Oh, thank you very much. She'll appreciate that. Thank you, Robbinsburg, and all the ladies of the Bash Melly. See, I owe you one from before, for sure. Sorry about that. Paid $18 for a panini. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. So for all you Americans out there, and there's a few of them, a panino is one panini. That's what always drives Paul crazy. Somebody goes, "Can I have a panini?" He goes, he'll always go, "You're asking for two or more," because it's the pluralized version of it. But yeah, $18 for a sandwich. I mean, when did sandwiches get it was a workman's lunch. A sandwich was a workman's lunch. It's what was in the hard hat and your lunchbox. And now you go out for sandwiches and they're Epicurean for foodies. They're even for foodies, which is just a terrible thing. Galileo came up with the concept that an object in motion remains in motion unless acted upon by an external force. That laid the groundwork for Newton's first law of motion, aka the law of inertia. Smarty pants. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah. We would just put. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. That's why I would like if you fire a bullet in space, it'll whatever speed it hit, it'll just keep on staying at that speed unless something else gets in its way, like space dust or an alien or something like that. It's fascinating. That's why. Are you aware of the light sail um, proposition? I'm sure that you are. So the concept is that they can get somewhere in the vicinity of like 25 to 35% the speed of light if they use these mylar kind of, and they're tiny. They're like like somebody said they're like a postage stamp, but they have figured out a way to put little cameras and things for observation on them, and they would shoot a laser at this light sail, and it would go to like Proxima Centauri or one of the more it's the closest thing really past the Oort cloud and all that stuff, and or maybe try to find Planet X, which they still think there's something tugging at the outer reaches of the universe, that of something that we haven't found, which seems impossible to me at this point. But now that we have the James Webb telescope, we're finding a lot more stuff. So who knows? But anyway, they'll shoot this, and they're talking about having some kind of laser on the moon and launching it from the moon, and it would go straight to Proxima Centauri and get there in like 7 to 10 years. And then we would, which is crazy because it would take 70,000 years at today's technological speeds that we can achieve. The Parker is the only thing that's ever gone fast, but that would take 70,000 years of the sun probe. So yeah, interesting stuff. I know, is that boring to most people? I love it. I love all that shit. Oh shit, is that a green screen? Is that true, Blinky? Is that true? Look, that's fake. Look, I can't touch that. Yeah. Look behind the curtain. Yeah, it's a green screen. I do have tons of guitars in my room, though. You know that. I've got tons of them. It's a very small room. It's like 11 feet by like 6.5 feet. It's a big, long rectangle. And I've got my computer set up here. I've got tons of guitars on the walls behind the screen, and like a complete, it's crazy. But that will change hopefully soon with things that are in the pipeline. Things are in the pipeline, and I'm just hoping, I'm just praying that things go a little bit smoother, because it's so nice to have an ambition. It's so nice to have the possibilities come to fruition and working towards a goal, because it's been kind of crap. But like I said, I tend to try to look at the brighter side of things, because why dwell on it? Who wants to be miserable, Eminem says, I worked with this lovely Greek chap in Oz many decades ago. He used to bring in his homemade stuffed olives and vine leaves. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, stuffed grape leaves gave me these scavats. You like that, Joey? Gave me the scavats. I don't like that. It gives me the scavats. It gave me the scavazzo. It was because they were in a can and they weren't fresh and they had this kind of canny taste. But having grape leaves in Greece, I couldn't believe how magnificent they were. So fresh and delicious. God, I want stuffed grape leaves right now. I don't think there's anywhere for me to get it. I don't know. Like, I have to go up to Titan. Yeah, that's where I'd have to go up to Astoria. There's a great place up there called Titan, which is a Mediterranean but mostly Greek centric kind of supermarket. And I don't know, it's like they have other things other than food, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place. It's wonderful, wonderful. Inertia. What'd you send me? I want to look at that because you just said inertia. Okay. Jojo, you're the best. Yes. U.S. military base there puts on a Thanksgiving feast open for any U.S. How nice is that? How nice is that? Jojo, were you in the military? Do I not know that part of your esteemed CV? Do I not know that? I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised. Incredible. Kewpie mayo over salty. Yeah, that's the stuff. It's so salty. Listen, as you all know, I gave up mayonnaise for like 5 months this year. Then after Italy, I started buying it again because I'm a human being, and I buy Hellman's mayonnaise because it tastes the best. We have a lot of different choices here. Kraft, gross. At Sir Kensington, vile and expensive. And then I've always wanted to try that Kewpie, and I finally got it, and it was just too salty. It was so salty. I've attempted to make my own mayonnaise. It's just not worth it. It's such, but mayonnaise has gotten expensive. I think the little jar of Hellman's. I always buy the little jars because big jars they tend to get a little funky after a little while. I know a lot of people, and I do have an emulsion blender, and I could do it. I absolutely could, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. Cupie, that's it. Hey, Rufus, you got a new picture, huh? That's cool. Yes, and Odin update with a couple of when we were Wednesdays. The best, man. Because today's the day we just look back at our former achievements or our dreams and or our dreams. $18 for a sarnie. Now I know what a sarnie is. Good Lord. I never heard that word in my life. I'll never forget the first time I ever heard the word scouse, like people from Liverpool. I heard that when I was like in my 30s. I never knew that. And I'm a Beatles freak, you know? Crazy town. Yeah, sure am. Of course you're familiar with that shit. Yeah. Because you're a super science nerd. Yeah, I wish they would get that together, but I can't, I mean, it would be nice because I'm dying to know. Personally, I don't know how you feel. Power, power. I don't know how you feel about it, but I mean, if Proxima Centauri B is a tidally locked planet, I mean, it's just like, and it's a dwarf, red dwarf, and we're not going to find anything there. Those things are nasty. They give off too much radiation. They're volatile, tiny little stars that give off. They're like really annoying, pesky guys that just won't leave you alone. They just keep spewing. They're unrelenting, and yeah, atmospheres will be blown out. There won't be the availability of water. I mean, that's what they think is happening there, but who knows? I don't know. Joe LaFar says, above for light sails. Yeah, it's a really cool, since I don't know if we'll ever get to light speed of Alcubierre. I don't know if we'll ever get there. But like I love to watch things about it and read about it. It's kind of my thing. My watch channel. Hey, I need to get a Christmas pic of my cat sent in for this week's gallery. Okay, please do that. Also pick up a new puppy. You're picking up a new puppy. Cross-papered lab and papered Weimaraner. Hey, that's wonderful. Hey, man, you know how to do that, right? Basherdirk@gmail.com. It's basherdirk@gmail.com. Send me a pic. Just take a pic. Everybody else does. Why shouldn't you? And, we'll love that. Absolutely love that if you do that for us. Because that's what this show is. It's your show. I just host it, man. I'm just, I don't ever come in here prepared. I just talk, and show your stuff and talk about stuff. And you change the subject. And then I do the same thing too. I don't have a format. I know some people do. We could talk about like everybody else do it. I started out talking about Omega, and then watches and everybody's got pets and it can be about whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. But please do that at my watch channel. We're getting the Wymie from. Very cool. Very cool. They're beautiful, wonderful dogs. They really and truly are. Well, aren't all dogs wonderful? A local in Washington, friend of a friend, has 2 pups, 2 months old female. Oh, the girls. Oh, the girls, they shall break your heart. Oh, nice. My brother is big in the Weimaraner world. He shows and breeds them. Oh, okay. Well, Carolyn was famous for Ridgebacks, Rhodesian Ridgebacks, of which Ivy was a champion of sorts and a beautiful, wonderful creature that she absolutely adored. I never asked Carolyn if she ever saw Best in Show. And if you haven't seen that, I mean, I always talk about on the show about how I think that Waiting for Guffman is the best of those films, but they all have their merits. Best in Show is up there. It's a fantastic thing about what goes on behind a dog show, and the characterizations are just outrageous, especially that guy. What is his name? Something Michael Higgins. That guy is a genius. Is it Sean Michael Higgins? Michael Patrick Higgins? Oh my God, that guy in that movie is just unbelievable. He's unbelievable in everything he's in. He never became a big star. I'm sure he's got steady work and all that stuff. But when you get to work for, I mean, Jane Lynch, first time most people ever saw her was Best in Show. I mean, so many people come out. Parker Posey, she'd done some indie stuff, but she made her bones on that stuff too. So, and of course, all of the incredible Canadians from from Second City Television, uh, Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. I mean, it's just a genius, genius all. Because if you were lucky enough to grow up and you got SCTV, you had Martin Short, Joe Flaherty, whom I'm missing a million of them from there. The most incredible people. Who am I missing? The big one? Andrea Martin, genius, 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 genius. So many incredible people came from there. It's amazing. I love SCTV. You absolutely will. Thanks so much. Please, yeah, send your pick any day you want, man. Today went. Listen, there's no rules either. So today's the day we like to look back and stuff. Dwarves are nasty. They're so nasty, and they're the most, as far as we know right now, red dwarfs are the most abundant stars in the universe. And they're small, and they're dim, and they're volatile, and they blow the atmospheres off of planets. And a lot of the planets that surround them are tidally locked, and those are called eyeball planets, because they're just they can't move. Tidally locked. How could that work? What are you going to live on the poles? I mean, doesn't sound advantageous to me. Laboraner should be a wonderful sporting buddy. Hey, that's a great name, a Laboraner. That's great. I like that. There's many planets in the Goldilocks position around suns that are located on the same position of the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram as our planet. Yes, I'm sure that there are. And that's what we need. I think we need a star that, what is our star is called what is the word for it? Not phase one. Whatever. But so like Alpha Centauri, two of them, main sequence stars. They're both yellow main sequence stars. I mean, who's to say? Who's to say? And also, is life going to be completely different? Is it going to be some kind of artificial thing? Who knows? Who knows? What do you call a cross between a Labrador and a Weimaraner? I think we just found out. A Laboraner. I think we just found out. You guys are coming up. You lived best in okay, Carolyn. My favorite line, I've said this a million times, is with the couple that comes up and they don't have any money and their cards don't work and they're entered into the contest and they don't know what to do. And the guy feels bad for them. And so he opens up like this utility room and he goes, so when people ask what room we're in, we just say what? Broom closet? And they make that stuff up off the top of their head. They give you a setup of the scene, and then everybody made that stuff up. That's why if you ever want to see the outtakes from any of those movies, watch that. It's unbelievable. Alana Ranner, there you go. A Weimador. That's a pretty good one. A Weimador. And Rufus says, my sister had a Labrador Retriever that looked similar to a Weimaraner. She adopted me. She became my partner in crime in a boat dog. She was smarter than half the people. They're very, very smart and beautiful animals. Super duper smart. No doubt about it. A Laboraner. I love that. Yeah, I think that's the right way to go. I think it is. Red dwarves, dim, volatile. Those red dwarfs. I'm totally racist when it comes to stars. Because listen, what do we know other than that we revolve around a main sequence star and it works. So considering that there's trillions upon trillions of systems, there's got to be a couple of other ones, right? I think that when Carl Sagan said it would be ignorant for us to believe that we're the only ones in this giant soup, and I believe that that's true. Do I think it's rampant? No, because there's just too many variables. But like I said, who's to say that there's not life that's out there that is completely and utterly alien to what we are, like blood and oxygen and temperatures and the organics. What is life? We still don't know. Look at what a virus is. Virus is kind of the undead. A virus is not living, but it's not dead. It finds a way to replicate itself, but it is technically, as far as we know, not living. So it's the undead. They're zombies. So maybe zombies are real. I always found that fascinating about viruses, like their classification of what they are. Shitty is what they are. It's a terrible thing. Yeah, our sun is a G-type main sequence star, a yellow dwarf, right? G-type, yeah. So there are two G types over in Alpha Centauri. That's the A and B, right? And C is Proxima, which is the nasty one. Maybe there's something good over there. No, I haven't heard any say. Have you, Pound of Power, from Webb about James Webb about those about A and B, like planets surrounding them? They haven't. They're right there. They're right there. Like what is Proxima 4.3 and the other ones are like 4.5 or 4.7. I mean, those they all revolve around each other. It's crazy. Labrawiner, that's pretty good. The pale blue dot. Yeah, it's one of the greatest things ever. Carl Sagan, one of the greatest things ever in the history of the world. Ever, The Fermi paradox. Sure, there's that too. I mean, Enrico Fermi. Where is everyone? It's true. Now, if that's why, and I would love, and I've said this before on the show and with when Osheen is here because he loves this shit too. If the 3i Atlas thing was some kind of extraterrestrial thing, they would so not be interested in us to contact us. It would be an observation thing. It could be a scout thing, could be completely technological. Who's to say like technology for us, technology is sleek and silver and mechanical. Who's to say that their idea of something that's super technological doesn't look like that? Look like some kind of barnacle covered creature. But it doesn't really behave like a comet in any way. It did some very, very weird things. And it almost seems as if it has an agenda. And if that were true, I think it would be the greatest thing ever. So, too bad we don't have enough technology to go meet it somewhere and go scope it out for sure. Who knows? Maybe it would try to shoot us down. But if where is everybody? If there was somebody out there with way more technology than us, they would have found us by now. And they probably would ignore us, more than likely, right? What do you think? Voyager 1 and 2 still going. Both of them still going. They're both still going. It's incredible. I mean, unless they get eaten up in the Oort cloud or something like that. DNA is the only thing that continually survives. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, when you saw Jurassic Park and the amber and the DNA, and that's probably will eventually or has partially become reality. It's interesting. I mean, bringing back species of animals. I mean, there's almost a reason why everything goes extinct. Negligence of the human race, of course, and just natural things as well. Earthquakes, asteroids, things like that. So I don't know. Do we want to interfere with that? There's a lot of life that is alien to us, and it all lives here on Earth. It's true. Different species, yeah, like under the sea. We talked about this on the show. Under the sea, that's the most alien thing. There's a whole alien world right underneath us. Just it's amazing to serve man. It's a cookbook. Nick, 437, flight to our planet. Flight to our planet. I don't remember his name in the show, but he's like, Mr. Jones, you need to eat. You're getting too thin because they're importing us back to their planets, the Twilight Zone. It's one of the greatest Twilight Zones ever, ever, ever. It's incredible stuff. Viruses are like seeds. They themselves are not living, but when introduced to the right environment, they come alive. Yes, they're in suspended animation. It's incredible stuff. Sure, you put them in remember the lima bean experiment when you were a little kid? You take a lima bean seed and you put it in a cup with some construction paper and then it sprouts. Seeds are unbelievable. It's crazy to think not too far in the future, a lot of these questions will put to AI and answer. Yeah, listen, and hopefully cancer and AIDS and, all Ebola, because that's, any hemorrhagic fever. I mean, that's really scary because if that ever got out, we'd really be effed. If that dengue or any of those hemorrhagic fevers, we'd be in big, 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 big trouble. I mean, you've seen Contagion and all those. Those are all hemorrhagic. People are in a movie theater watching a movie, somebody sneezes, and then that's the end of it. Forget about COVID times. That was like just an appetizer of the things that could go wrong. But anyway, crazy town, the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime views of words. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Start out with Chris Boyd. How cute was this? He sent me these pictures the other day, but I figured we'll wait till Wednesday to get them up on the screen to enjoy how cute, what a cutie pie he is. And look at that full head of hair on you. I like the background. It's almost look at how cute it is. You're an adorable kid. You definitely are. Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby. You must have been a beautiful child. Oh, I said I was going to flip this and I didn't. Can I flip this? Come on. Let me see. Can I pop this? I can't. Oh, boo. Why will it let me rotate this? No. I thought I did already. My bad. Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Chris. Very cute. You guys, is this for Red Nose Day or was this a costume party of some sort at some point? Very cute though. Oh, wait a second. I gotta fix this. I can't allow this. Hold on. Give me 1 second and I will fix this. I know how to do that. Okay. And look at I'll get all the other ones. That one's gotta go to download. Okay. I'll fix them all, but that's gotta go. 1 moment, please. I'll fix these all. Okay, so now let me go to I can do it this way. Or can I? Yeah, there. Okay. So rotate. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. Sorry about that, Chris. I should have done this earlier. I didn't realize there was so many of them whacked out. What are you getting? A music lesson? How cute is that? This is adorable stuff. Absolutely adorable. A bunch of clowns. Amazing. Pull up the other ones as I go. So, well, pull up the other one. I got this one. Rotate. This is a great one too. Can't scroll them the way I can, but where there's a will, there's a way, my friends. And that is, oh, this is great. You got a boom box. Look, and it's digital. Look out. Look out. You got a double tape deck. You know what I used to do with double tape decks? I made a multi-track. When I was a kid, when I was learning how to record things, I would record something, flip it, record over it so I could make harmonies, then do it again and do it again. So till I made really bad sounding Queen albums. It was fun. Didn't always work, but it was good for the most part. Anyway, that's a great shot. And then we got you and your very first boat, huh? Is that what that is? Look at that. Ray would love this shot. Ray's not here today. This boat is for sale, Ocean 30. Very cool. Did you guys get the boat? I hope you did. I don't know that you did, but I hope you did. And then we got the boombox. Next one, please. Oh, here it is. Here's that cute picture that I couldn't get up before. Yeah, so the boating life. So obviously this has been a part of your life for a long, long time, right? Zoom in. Look at that. Oh, that's even better. I can zoom the shit out of it. Actually, I should start doing it that way and then just doing it directly from emails because it's much prettier, right? Look at you. Look how blonde you were. Holy macaroni. Such a blondie, huh? And then we'll get this Christmas shot just right. How cute is that? Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm gonna zoom, 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 zoom. We're gonna zoom, 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 zoom. Come on, give us a try. We're gonna show you just why. Very cute tree. You look adorable in your jumper. What a great one. Thanks so much for that. Thank you. That looks like Rathleen Island. Might be. That tape bore so thin you can see right through it. It's exactly true. A bunch of clowns. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but he could tell you if he's around. Are you around? Are you around, Mr. Boyd? And then, of course, there's this. The current shot of him and our adorable, lovable Poppy. Hello, Poppy. There you go. Amazing shot. Thanks, pal, for that. It's really great. Thank you so much. That's Chris Boyd, everybody. And that was from the other day. I just didn't want to show it, but I wanted to get it the right way. Did I close the email? I did. Because I'm a dum-dum. Because I'm a dum-dum. Because you're a dumb one, Mr. Dirk. This is from Andrew. Oh, well, Ray Ray's got a video. So let's see what it's YouTube content, Ray Ray. Know the rules. I'll get demonetized. They'll yank my video. Stills, clips, original material, all of that stuff is fair game, but somebody else's content is not allowed. Senor letting me know it's bedtime. Let's hit that. Is there more part 2 of these? Because he sent them some stuff the other day. Senor, you're so cute. Such a sweetie pie. Oh, you waiting for daddy. Oh, and you fell asleep first. Oh, you beautiful baby. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. I like calling you Andy. It's funny. They call him Scotty Love. He says here, Callie, my son's new baby. How adopted 2-year-old female. Let's all welcome Callie into the fray, everybody. And she's beautiful. Hello, Calico Callie. Look at her. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Oh, hello, honey. Can I move it over? Oh, look at that. How's she acclimating to her new home? She's pretty. Oh, hello, lady. What was she doing for 2 years? Was she out on the streets? Dogs are all around. The cats are all in heat. Out in the streets. Oh, look at her. She's beautiful and very observant, but she's got the big puffy tail. Is that a fat tail or is that just her tail? You know how when cats get a fat tail, that means they're annoyed with something you did or something they heard when they sense danger. Danger, danger. Queen's about to kill. There's a stranger. Mr. Brooker, my mom's 89th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. She looks fantastic. Happy birthday, dear Nick Brooker's mother. I don't know her name yet. Happy birthday to you. Oh, she looks great. She's having a burger and fries. You're having a dinner Americano there. A nice glass of wine. Look at that. Isn't that great? Nice. Congratulations. What a great age. And there's a video. Okay, let me get it. One moment, please. Oh, wow. How cool is this? How cool is this? Is it going to play for me? Hold on. I like the videos. Hold on. You make a little video. Oh, you did some AI stuff. She's a beautiful lady. Like I've seen that on TV lately. I've seen that people have been doing these AI treatments of old pictures. It's pretty crazy that you could do that. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. She's a beautiful lady. Congratulations. Amazing stuff. Nice words from Fergal to Carolyn. Very nice. Thank you so much, Fergal. That was very sweet of you. Melly C. Eminem madness. Malk and Mindy madness. Malk and Mindy madness. Malk and Mindy madness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Mark for president. Hey, Mark. Looking wide-eyed, cutie pie. Oh, hi, Mark. Having a sleep, Mark? Oh, she's beautiful. That's Mindy. Gabri says, Mork rules. he's, he's, he's such a superstar. But yeah, she's a pretty big superstar too. She was like, oh, whoa, look at that. She's spread out. They love that kind of fleece. I have it all over my house. I can't get rid of it. What am I going to do? I will never have another cat in this house, though. Not here. Nope. I don't know why. I don't adopt during wartime. Oh, pretty lady. Mork. The Mork and Mindy show. Oh. She's really having a big snooze. She's out like a light when they do that. Look at her tail straight up, though. Is that crazy? That is crazy. I'm Mork. I know. They're so special. She's nuts. Oh. The Mork and Mindy show. Eminem madness. Mork and Mindy madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mork and Mindy. Thanks, Melly and Andy M. Makes everybody smile. You know, when you bring stuff to the when you show off your kitty cats, all you superstars with all your cats, you know who you all are. Makes everybody happy. We look forward to stuff. We really do. We really and truly do. And speaking of which, the king of the forest, it is Bronson and the March show. Look at this. I mean, he's so serious. I mean, that's nuts. He's very serious. Oh, this video. Okay, hold on. 1 minute, please. Let me get the video. Okay, hold on. Get a little bit of undo, share the screen. There you go. Let's watch a little Mork action. A little Bronson action. Oh, ooh. Oh, he got a banana, a finger of a banana. I just found out today that one single banana is called a finger banana. How do you like that Dyson vacuum? Is that worth it? They're expensive. Let's watch that again, though. I mean, we know he's the king of the forest, but we look at him as if he should be sitting on the throne and just being royalty, but he's still a kitty cat, you know? And that's the crazy thing, you know? Wrist shot for the Gallery of Bashtards, 1940s Medana military dial slight patina. Look at that. Medana. I don't know this. Medana. Oh, look at that. Is that an Inca block? Looks like it is. Well, it's not, actually. Come on, share the screen. Come on, share the screen. Come on, StreamYard. You have some very cool vintage stuff, man. You definitely have some crazy vintage stuff. Look at that. I love that. I love how that's all blued out. You got crazy vintage, man. You got your vintage going on. That is a beautiful piece, man. I don't know Madonna. Does anybody know this brand? Medana? Is it Madonna? Medana, probably. Medana. Right, Medana. I love the Chemin de Fer in that. That's really, really super cool. Wow. Beautiful. Thanks, Blinky, from the blinky, 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 blinky room. From the blinky, 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 blinky room. Okay, get that back to where it belongs. Pics from the 2007 snowboard trip from. Oh, is that right? How cool is that? Let's do the Odin update first. This is from Rufus. Let's do that first. Let's stay cat centric for a moment. Let's stay cat centric for the moment. Hey, Odin. He's looking like he got very comfy at home, and that's the chair that you're fighting over, right? Oh, what a beautiful boy. Hi, Odin. He's like, why are you taking pictures of me? Odin, we're so happy for you that you found love again, And we all still hope that whoever took Jackson will give him back. I know that that's probably like something in the back of your head, but and pictures from Rufus when he went on a ski trip. We like vacation shots, man. We love it. Beautiful. Look at those trails. Gorgeous. Oh, they look at you. Oh, that's cool. I've never been on a snowboard or skis in my life. And I know I would enjoy it, but I'm probably too old. I'll probably break my head open. That'll probably happen. But I would do it. And I would love to do it because I'm a daredevil. I've always been a daredevil. That's really cool. Really super duper cool. Amazing. Great shots. Thanks, Rufus. Thank you, Rufus. Thank you, Rufus. And this is from JoJo. From Mans and Joe. Okay. Share it, baby. Captain, we can't hold this speed for much longer. Just turn the engines off, then. We can continue at this speed forever unless affected by an outside force. That's how space works, Scotty. Exactly. They talk about all the fuel you would need to get, but the problem is you got to figure out a way to stop once you get there. Very true. That's great, Joe. When I started shooting pool, hey, look at this. I didn't know if anybody you knew about this, but Carolyn Matten is a pool shack. Look at this. When she first started, look, she's got the big trophies. Look at that. When she first started shooting pool. I want to know what this lady's doing in the corner. What is she doing? Congratulations on that. She's quite the pool shark, in case you guys didn't know. Amongst her millions of skills, she's also a champions billiard player. Did you know that? Did anybody know that? I don't know that you did. I don't know that you did. Okay, hold on a second. I got some stuff from Gallery. Let me see. Where is it? Their video number 1. Okay, let's download this. Hey, Gallery. Let me see. Will it work? Okay, hold on. I'm getting it. 31. Okay, let's see. 3116. Okay, hold on. Okay, cool. Hey, I got it. It was interesting. Nobody ever sent me stuff on the cloud before. Thanks for that, Gabri. Let's see, window. There it is. It's a video. Ready? Are you at a Metallica concert? Man, it's a nasty riff. It was pretty sick. Is that where you are right now? That's sick. Hey, they've been playing in that stadiums only kind of big, gigantic fishbowl thing that they have. So this is a rare thing wherever you're seeing them on a regular stage. That was very cool. Did we even notice the watch? I don't think we did. It was something I don't know about. Oh, to be. Wait, let me go back to the video number 2. Hold on. Click to download. Download 3114. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go. 3114. Oh, wow. Oh, this is big. This is outdoor, but this is it's got to be a festival, right? You're at a festival? Okay, cool. Let's share it. Great quality video. Oh, is this in Dubai? I don't think I'll get in trouble for this because it's like an instrumental and just audience participation. You know what's really interesting about Metallica is that Lars has never had a big drum set. You know how metal, everybody's got the big drums everywhere. So he's had that's similar. That's a pretty small kit for a metal band. And make fun of Lars all you want because, he's always chewing gum like this. But hey, man, those guys had a plan. I met him in like 1981. And he was exactly the same as he is now. Thank you for that. There was no sound. Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh. You know, oh shit. There's no sound because I'm in StreamYard on Chrome. Now, in order for that to work, I would have to be in Safari, probably. Yeah. It's very funny about the sound, how they don't speak to one another. It's really annoying. It's very, very annoying. But maybe it's a good thing because you know, the YouTube algorithm might have just sent me packing. Who knows? That's very interesting. I don't know why. Like when I was on Opera, like other things didn't work too. It's a compatibility thing. And this picture is from Carolyn Martin. Oh, to be young. Aw. Let's see that. Where is it? What happened to that picture? There it goes. Oh, to be young. Yeah, oh, to be young. Oh, look at that. I just want to say that if I ran into that guy on the street, I would have no idea who it is. You look the same. But I would have no idea who that is. He looks so different. He looks almost so. I know it's not the 70s, but he kind of looks like he's got like that look. That's pretty funny. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you for that. I heard the sound great. Sure. I could hear it fine. And in stereo. And that video quality. What did you shoot that with? So you're going to say a Samsung, right? Of course you are. You're going to say it's a Samsung. Because of the quality, there was no kind of artifacts. You know, when I shoot iPhones, sick of them. They're garbage. They're garbage. They're just garbage. Anyway, that's the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime beats of words. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
The world. They sounded good. I'm not like the biggest fan of them in the whole wide world. I don't know why. Probably because like they made it really big and I didn't. And they changed the face of music. But man, that shit is heavy, and I was digging it. That you saw me grooving to because it's so heavy. I mean, man, do they know how to write riffs, man? I'll say that. I like them a lot more now than I did when I was a kid. Because when they first came out, it was Kill 'Em All, and like I knew those songs because I'd heard them playing ad nauseum down the hall. You know, it's crazy stuff. Anyway, the let's get back to the comments. At Rufus says, I'm at Whistler, Blackcomb in the Western Canadian, just north of Vancouver. Hey, we have a lot of friends from there. Melly C says, beautiful Cali cat. Welcome to the Basher world. Scotty Love says she bounced around in Foster's. Oh, I hate that. You know, the disappointment of them never being able to fall in love with who they want to fall in love with. And Joe says, happy birthday to your mom. That's very sweet. 2 years. Oh, now she's home for good. I love calico cats. Our first cat was a calico, smart and feisty. And they're all girls. Love that furry tail. Isn't it the cutest? Yeah. Robin says the same. I do too, Melly. And Mork rules. The Mork fan club is just getting bigger and bigger and better. Mork and Mindy Madness, says Mart. I love these two. I know you do. We need to amend the Constitution so Mork can run for president. Can he run for parliament, though? That's a question, you know? Bronson, of course. He's the king of the funnies. Cats that stick to their owners. It's so cute. Bronson is he's a regal beast. I mean, he's so, Bronson is king. He's the king. Rufus with a 99-cent super sticker. Yeah. Where am I? Thank you, Rufus. Stunning timepiece from Melissa. She's loving that. Medana. What is it? And everybody's welcoming Odin. How beautiful. And we're so happy for you. Odin is very handsome. He is indeed. Oh, you love the Dyson. Okay. Because let me tell you something. I bought like a couple of the Sharks and they all suck. I have I bought a Black & Decker one that was terrible. Then I had two of those. Then I got the actual Shark, the handheld one, because I used a lot of handheld vacuuming. But then I went out and bought the big Shark, not just for me, but for Rose, because I needed a great vacuum for her place too. So I just bring it down there whenever I need it. And I mean, it's okay. Like, I know that the Dysons are good, but I was wondering about the handheld one. Is that a really great one? Because I really need a great. I like that. I like, because I'm a cook, so I'm constantly there's flour or seeds. Today was black pepper. I had to refill my grinder, and you know how that goes. Blinky says thank you. No, thank you, Blinky 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 Room. Thank you so much. She loves that watch. Yeah, that's a very cool watch. You get such interesting stuff, man. You have the most interesting stuff ever. Love that watch. Me too. Sorry about the sound, Gabri. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's just nothing I can really do about that. Unless I had it in a Chrome tab, which wouldn't even know how to do that. Cliff Amal says my watch channel. Indeed. I heard it for sure. Oh, that's an iPhone 16. Okay. I have an iPhone 14 Pro. Is that the regular one or is it the Pro? Bush just got the 17. He traded in his old one. And I mean, I'm just like, I just look over the fence and I just go, I see all these people with their beautiful photographs. I can't leave the system, I can't. I want to. I really want to. But it's like, yeah, they still don't play ball together, which is the right thing to do. Jojo with $20. Thanks, Dirk. No, thank you, Jojo. What are you insane? Thank you. Jojo was a man and he is a super basher. Joe Farrar says the Sharks don't suck. That's the problem. Yes, that is the problem. And I recently got a very new one, and it wasn't cheap. I mean, for the little guy, the little handheld, because I keep it in the kitchen, because that's where things, like I said, flour, cooking things, stuff on the floor after I make a mess from cooking a meal and that stuff. But you're right, that is the problem. Rufus of the Buck 99. Thank you, Rufus. So she says the handheld is rubbish. The charge doesn't last. See, I'm getting conflicting reports here. And Gabri says the 16 Pro Max. I haven't had a bit. My next phone's going to be the Max, because I haven't gotten a Max since I had. Shit, I don't remember which one I had. I haven't had like one of the big phones in a while, but I really kind of want one at this point. Listen, my phone works fine. And it's in perfect condition. I've never dropped it. My last phone was an iPhone 11, and I didn't drop until I went to trade it in. Then I dropped it, but it was still under warranty. But anyway, stupid stuff. Check with your provider, Dirk. I guess I accumulated some kind of points, and they gave me a free iPhone 17 Pro Max worth checking out. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I'm with AT&T. You know what they give me? Nada. So I'll end the show on this ridiculous note. So my contract was up, and I'm in a family plan with my sister and my niece and my nephew, right? So, it's 4 unlimited plans, et cetera, and all that stuff. And it was like they have said, oh, you get an $800 rebate on your phone. And I was like, wow, I've had this phone for 3 years. It was an iPhone 11. By the way, my favorite to this date, my favorite phone was green. I loved the camera on it. So I went over to the AT. I usually go through Apple. When I need a new phone, I upgrade there and, whatever. So it was $800. I was like, oh, great. You don't get the $800. They take it out in little tiny increments over the next contract. So you never actually really feel the rebate. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, how about you give me the $800 and then I pay the $400 difference for the phone? Here's $400. Now we're done. I want to keep you in that, and then there's interest and all that stuff. So I was like, meh. I mean, if you got it for free, I don't know who your provider is, but it's better than mine. I'm with AT&T. And like I said, we need to switch over to somebody else because it's crap, and more crap. And Gabri with AED 100. Have fun tonight at your concert. Thank you so much, Gabri. You're the sweetest thing ever. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give you kazoo. Yeah. Yeah. No, the thing with Apple products is that they are very, very high quality. There is no doubt about that. And I would not, after having been a PC person, when it comes to the computer end of it, there's no way I would go anywhere else because they're just great. It's Mac Mini. It's a super computer. It's the craziest thing ever. My iMac, it's 10 years old and it's still rocking, but it had problems. But the phone thing, that's when their prosumer thing is what drives me bananas. Drives me bananas. And Tim Cook, but he's stepping down. So who knows? Maybe things will change. He's stepping down because the Beans are unhappy with Apple's profit because they were the most profitable company in the world. Listen, there's a lot of competition out there for phones. Carl Zeiss lenses and all that. Like Leica's making a phone now. I'm like, I want a Leica phone. I want Leica anything. Amazing stuff, guys. Thank you so very much for your wonderfulness, and thanks for all the incredible thing. Thank you to you beautiful people. Thank you so much for Andrew and Rufus and Jojo and Rufus and Gabri. Thanks for that, and all the ladies of the bash, and all you bashers out there. Thanks for when you were Wednesdays. It's one of my favorite parts of the show. I'm so grateful for you and all that you all do for us and for everyone else. And big kiss to Carolyn Martin. We know how you're feeling. We love you. The queen of the ladies of the bash. So thanks everybody so much. Remember to be kind. Like Gabri says, be kind. Remember to be kind. Remember to rewind. And if you ever meet somebody who's not worth it, just give them the benefit of the doubt. Because they're either the greatest person in the whole wide world or they're just a
Basher.